And the fragrance of the night for me is Marbella by JeanReese. Marbella by JeanReese. And this is it's a very simple fragrance, very simple. It's not terribly complex, and it's not a rich fragrance, if that makes any sense. It's a very simple, clean. This is perfect for a professional. This is perfect for, like, if you're going to go, maybe you're going to go meet someone's family for the first time, or you're going to meet someone's friends, and you're just like, you want to be crisp white shirt, and you just want to have like a sweater over your shoulders, and you're very that, you know what I mean? That's what this is, Marbella by JeanReese. The base is simple, tonka bean, vanilla, but that's not really, that's what lasts, of course, because it's the base. But there's something kind of like a praline or an almond in the middle of this that connects that top, which is like a blackcurrant and a juicy pear. So you're invited in with blackcurrant and juicy pear. But there is something almondy in this, which I really like, and you don't get in a lot of fragrances. Marbella by JeanReese. I could be pronouncing it wrong. I like the pronunciation JeanReese, but it could be JeanReese. JeanReese. Maybe Jean likes to be called JeanReese, but I'm going to call JeanReese JeanReese, because you know what? You can make it more expensive if you want, because this is not an expensive. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. That's so good to hear, Tony. Yeah, they're pretty good, right? I think so too. They're, you get, it is what it is. I mean, I know that's true. But Marbella by JeanReese is not an expensive fragrance. I personally bought this one at Marshall's because the other day I was doing laundry at the laundromat where you, like a pay laundromat. I didn't want to do it here at in the apartment building because I just wanted to get it all done in the big machines. So I went, and then I was like, oh my gosh, there's an hour for my clothes. What am I going to do? Oh my gosh, there's an hour until the Marshalls across the way closes. Let me just go look around. I don't normally do Marshalls, but I thought I would go look, and I found this bottle, and I was like, I like the look of it. I liked the price point. Why not? Why not get it and just buy it, even if it's just to talk about it? But I actually quite like it. And like I said, opens with pear and blackcurrant. Somewhere in the middle is like a praline or an almond. And the praline or almond, don't confuse that with too sweet, but there's a sweetness to that goes down to and connects the base note, which is tonka bean, vanilla, and of course musk. There's musk in this, so you get that left over. It's nice. Not spicy, not terribly floral. Little bit of flower in there somewhere, but not much. Not gourmand, so you're not getting like full dessert. That's not what you're getting out of it. But it is sweet, and it is fruity, and it's almond. You get a lot of almond from it. Anyway, fragrance of the night is one that I love. Now the interesting thing about this is that you can buy Angel. This is Angel by Thierry Mugler, and you can buy Angel. Originally, it was Angel for women, and then Angel for men, and then there's Angel Muse, and there's like a million Angel Aura as recently. There's a ton of versions, and a lot of what they do with these versions is they will take the base notes, the middle note, not really the top notes, but it's mostly the heart of the fragrance, and they'll change that up a little bit so that there'll be another version similar to the original, but with a little more of this and a little more of that, right? So the base of this, which is original quote Angel for Men, I'm not trying to gender the fragrance. That's literally the name of the fragrance. Yep, Crypto Mint, so good. That's another one. Mark Bishop just suggested Angel Crypto Mint, which is another one that they have. Gorgeous. And a lot of those special edition ones are hard to find. Detox found a couple of them for me at an airport one time. That's a really good place to look for out of print or out of commission fragrances, is at airport duty free places. But the base of this of Angel Men, amber, vanilla, musk, sandalwood, tonka bean, coffee. Coffee is in the base of this. which is, you know, the base definitely lasts. I mean, this is a fragrance that really, really does last. The thing about this is there are fruits in the top notes, so you do get a fruitiness in the top notes, but it fades immediately. Like, and I don't mean the fragrance fades. I mean the invitation. It's not there really for long. The invitation does have a bit of coriander on the top. I would say, well, bergamot, of course, would be in the top. That's always in the top of everything. Just a little bit, you know what I mean? But in the heart of this fragrance, we're talking about caramel, honey, milk, cedar, jasmine, patchouli, which is in the base and the heart of this. It comes through very strong. That's the thing about this fragrance that I love so much, is that any of the angel, legacy of fragrances, they all speak from the heart. The heart note of their fragrance is really what changes. Of course, the invitation changes a little bit. That invitation meaning the top note. The base is always very sturdy, very strong. It stays there. But it is the heart that really lasts. And this fragrance, I mean, this is not Angel Men particularly. Angel, the original Angel, that's Morgan's signature. Morgan always wears Angel, and loves it. But the heart, like I said, the heart of this will change depending upon some of the other versions. So for instance, I have, quote, Angel Men Wood. I have Angel Men Leather. Somebody spoke about, Mark Bishop spoke about Crypto Mint. Angel, the orange bottle, Angel Malt, Angel Coffee. There's a ton. I mean, I literally have, that's the one fragrance where I do have, try to have every version of it because I love, love, love it. It's not really a gourmand scent, although it does have the tendency because of the caramel that speaks through this and because of the coffee that speaks through it. But I would say it's a woodsy, it kind of speaks in a vanilla way, a little bit spicy, spicy woodsy. You do get vanilla. I see where you're going with the gourmand because I always think that with Angel. I always think it's like a gourmand, but not exclusively, because all the other layers really do come through. It's not a linear fragrance. There are layers, for sure, for sure. You refill them by taking them in, and they have a machine that does it. I'm trying to see how I get this one off because it's, god damn, it's been on there for a while. I have 3 of these, of this particular refill one, and then I have, like, I wear this a lot. I'm surprised I haven't talked about it before. I wear it a lot. It's very strong. Yes, Pure. It's very, very strong. Do any of the Angel varieties have knockoff versions? Well, I know there's knockoff versions of the original, quote, Angel for Women, as it's labeled. You can definitely find knockoffs of that, and they're very similar. You know, the lasting power isn't always there in the knockoff, but the actual fragrance profile is, in fact, usually there. That's what I always find with knockoff perfumes, is that sometimes, of course, you'll smell it, you'll go, oh, it doesn't really smell like it. But for the most part, they usually do smell like the originals. It's just that the lasting isn't there. But, you know, if you're willing to reapply it, why not? Save some money, enjoy it. It's a good way to introduce yourself to a fragrance. You know, Michelle Blair in here, who is MSE. Michelle, what's your... Well, Michelle's on here. Last year, I was talking about wanting the one by... oh gosh, the flower one, the violet one that I was using the other night. And I bought the dollar version, and I was like, oh, I really want to get the... And so Michelle was like, I'm just going to buy this bitch this perfume, and sent a million perfumes. But that was one of them, and it smelled very similar. Of course, the expensive version that she bought has a lasting power. There's a sillage. There's all of that. But Gabriel, I'm not wearing a fragrance. Well, I am wearing it because I sprayed it on my arm or on my wrist. But I'm not technically wearing it like all over like I normally would. But I am, I'm going to talk about this fragrance that I love very, very much. I got this for Christmas because I've been wanting it. And I've never had this particular one. I've had many like it, but I've not had this particular one. But I have had this maker before. And this is Oud by John Varvatos. And my nails are kind of, sorry, this is already off. But this is Oud by John Varvatos. If you don't know what oud is basically agar wood. And it is, some people call oud as an ingredient liquid gold, essentially because it's the most expensive wood with which you can make fragrance. So agar wood, or like, what else would it be? Like garwood or eaglewood are all types of oud. Essentially, those are the types of trees that it comes from. So that ingredient, because the ingredient itself comes from the mold that grows inside the tree. So, for instance, some people think like blue cheese is very expensive, and it's technically a mold. Well, oud comes from the mold that grows inside the agar trees. So, some people don't like it. Some people say that there's certain ones that stink. Like they say that because you can get agar wood from India, and some people say that the Indian agar wood is stronger than another. But in any event, this is something that I was looking forward to. I have a couple of other John Varvatos fragrances, and I really, really like John Varvatos male profile fragrances. I have many of them, and I wear them on a daily basis, but I've never had the oud particularly. And this one is really, really good quality. The scent is, it's peppery, it's clove, it's, and it's not, when I just say oud, that's the featured ingredient. They in a fragrance, you would layer a base, there would be a base note, a middle note, and a top note that would all complement that one thing. So for instance, if you say, we're going to have, a type of a beet salad, there would be other ingredients, of course, that would enhance the beet. In this case, we're talking about tobacco flower, myrrh, cedar wood, of course, agar wood, but cardamom is in this. I would say it's peppery, cinnamon too. But anyway, if you like a heavy, heavy scent, this is definitely for you. If you're brand new to fragrance and you don't know specifically like what you would like, I'm going to say do not spend your money on something that is centered around oud, because it might be too strong for you. You might find out that it's your favorite and that you should have bought that all along. Who knows? But if you're buying a gift for someone, and they love fragrance, then that definitely buy them something that's built around oud as a base note. But if you don't know, or maybe you're buying a gift for, somebody who's 18 and identifies as male and wants something fresh, this is not a fresh fragrance at all. This is a very mysterious, sexy, dark, moody fragrance. This is not for a boy. This is not for a girl. This is for a man or a woman, for sure. This is delicious. I mean, it is delicious. I guess I would say, like, if I was to describe this, and if I was to describe this and correlate this with food, for instance, I would say, like, if you like something sweet, this would be, this would be like a very layered chocolatey confection. It would be very strong, and it would be marshmallowy and caramely and roasted and smoky. It would be all of those things in one. If you were somebody who didn't like that kind of dessert, you just like, I don't know, sour gummy bears, then you can have CK1. Yeah. Simple. No, it's not. Well, it could be for a goddess. Mayhem's here. Hi, Borgia. It could be for a goddess. Yeah. You know how I always say, I call them male profile fragrances and female profile fragrances, just because traditionally people that would market these would say, oh, this is for men and this is for women. And I don't believe in that whatsoever. I say, if you like something, you like something. In fact, this is sitting here, This is Youth Dew by Estee Lauder. I wear Youth Dew like no one's business. I wear this fragrance These are both extremely strong fragrances. This is geared for men. This is geared for women. That's what they call it. That's what their marketing team calls it. These are not my terms. I'm not trying to misgender anyone or tell you that how you identify with regards to gender identity requires what type of fragrance you can wear. I don't believe in that. But I am here to tell you that this one that's marketed for women features about half of the exact same thing that this features because people like the scent, right? So, you know, what they would do to balance the two out is this would stay sweet and then this would become smoky, because in the minds of a marketing team, women want it to be a little sweet, men want it to be a little smoky. That's not my marketing move. That's their marketing move. That's what makes them say, oh, that's for a guy and that's for a girl. Because there are, you know, the majority of the world still thinks that way and wants to believe that way. Yeah, Borgia, I'm the same way. Warm. I love warm fragrances. I mean, I love all fragrances. As I said before, there aren't really any fragrances that I don't like. This perfume is called Dreamer. And it's from Rue 21. Do you guys remember or know of Rue 21? It's a clothing store. Mostly what I would consider to be a junior's clothing store. But, you know, not designer names. It's a clothing store for lots of separates and pieces you can put together for maybe somebody who's a professional, or even if you're going out. Anyway, Rue 21 has their own little line of fragrances that a lot of clothing stores have. You can get them at like Hot Topic has stuff, Torrid has stuff. But this is one of their fragrances, and it was $1.99 at the 99-cent store. And it is a very simple fragrance profile. I have it on now. I quite like it. It is, again, very simple. I don't really feel like it's based in a whole lot. What I would consider this to be is like just if you can imagine a fragrance being all top notes, meaning notes that will burn off very quickly, but it's been on for a while. This is peach, berry, and there's definitely like a sugared vanilla in this. And I think it's good. So maybe I would say that the base is like a sugared vanilla, and then there's peach and berries, I would say, in it, because it's a little cherry and it's a little but I want to say that this is probably a fairly new fragrance, so maybe for them the last year, maybe 2018 or 2019, but yeah, so just $2 at the 99-cent store. It's a really pretty bottle. It's actually one of the prettiest bottles I've seen. And over here where I get ready, in my little makeup area, I have a few things like sitting out, like bottles that I think are really pretty. And I keep that one out because I just think it is so nice. So look for that. And when next time you're at 99 Only stores, it's called, the store's called 99 Only. It's a chain of 99-cent stores, which of course there are a few items with price points a little bit higher, like this at $1.99. Dreamer from Rue 21. So there you go. You like citrus and jasmine. I would say you would possibly... Have you tried Happy by Clinique? It's a very clean, simple fragrance, but it's very nice. What is another one? There used to be a really great one called Realities that was really nice. Yoli, we're on the same page. Happy by Clinique is a great suggestion. There's a freshness to it. It's light, it's fresh, it feels clean, it feels juicy a bit. Yep, I have that one. Fabi suggesting Happy Men is a great one. I have two small little bottles. It is a good all year long fragrance. I agree with that. Because it's crispy and it's clean and it smells like... Yeah, we like a lot of the same ones, Yoli, for sure. That is so true. Ooh, a heavy floral. Oh yeah, I do too. I know what you're talking about. I know this sounds silly, Borgia, But have you tried Bloom? Bloom by Gucci is amazing. They have there's 3 or 4 different variations of it. There's a greener version. There is a very, very Bloom Intense. And then there's the traditional Bloom.